Okay, so here are cars for the big three. If you're short on time, this is the one that you want to do to get everything in if you're short on time. Or if you need to do this as a quick warm-up before a movement activity. This will get you pretty far. So we'll start in the cat-cow, and we'll do our cat-cows. So we'll go into extension, try to maximize extension, and tuck the hips under in a posterior pelvic tilt. And then lumbar flexion. You can put a hand back here to push up against that hand and slowly work each segment, working your way up to thoracic spine. And then start to tuck your ribs under for thoracic spine, and head lowers last. Still slow and controlled. Untuck the hips into an anterior pelvic tilt. Find that end range first before you continue on. Push the lower abs forward to try to find that lumbar extension. Push the ribs forward. Push the chest forward. Neck comes up last. Good. And then relax. From here we can do some hip capsule cars and hip cars. So driving from your hip, drive your foot towards the outside, stop when your spine starts to help. Pause for a second or two at end range. Come across the midline, lift up to clear the other leg. Go into external rotation, stop when the spine starts to help. Pause at end range for a second or two, come back out. Same thing, other side, drive from the hip to drive your foot towards the outside. Stop when your spine starts to help. Pause at end range for a second or two. Come across the midline, lift up, come across that leg. Try to find external rotation, end range. Don't let the spine help. Pause for a second or two. Come out of that. Good. And now we'll do a hip car. Knee comes towards wrist, out to the side. Rotate knee down, foot up. Squeeze that glute. Come around to the back, slowly lower down. Squeeze that glute, come up, rotate, knee up, foot down, come around the side, back up to the wrist, lower down. One more time, knee comes up to wrist, out to the side, rotate, knee down, foot up, slowly lower down. Squeeze the glute, lift up, rotate, knee up, foot down, out to the side, back up to the wrist, and relax. Same thing other side, knee comes up towards wrist, out to the side, rotate knee down, foot up, squeeze that glute, lower down. Hip only, no spine. Squeeze the glute, lift up to hip extension, no spine. Rotate knee up, foot down, come out to the side, back up towards the wrist, and lower down. Knee comes up towards wrist, out to the side, try to maintain that height, rotate knee down, foot up, squeeze that glute, come around to the side, slowly lower down. Squeeze the glute, lift up, no spine arching, rotate knee up, foot down, out to the side, back up towards the wrist, and relax. From here we can do scap cars, okay? So we're going to bring our scaps up towards our ears, and then drive our scaps forward towards the ground. Drive the scaps down towards the hips. Squeeze the scaps back. Bring them up towards the ears, and we'll reverse directions. Now transition to squeeze back. Push down towards our hips. Push towards the floor, and then come back up to ears. Good. Shoulder, capsule cars. You can do them down here. I'm gonna cue them from up here, but this will be similar. If your shoulder's cranky, do them from down here. Up here, we're gonna come back into shoulder external rotation, find an end range, pause for 2 seconds. No pain, no pinching. And then come forward, slightly retract the scap a little bit as you go into internal rotation. Find that end range, pause for a second or two. Good. And then from here, we can do some shoulder cars. You might want to go a little bit wider, kneeling or standing stance. Palm up, elbow straight, come across, come up, stay in a pain-free, pinch-free, no neuro-tingly symptoms. If you have any of those, back off until you don't. Rotate pinky towards the back, come around the side, to the back, palm is up, lower down. Palm pushes back, rotate, thumb up, come around the side, back up to the top, palm up, come across, lower down. One more rep on this side, palm up, elbow straight, come across, come up, pause and do some axial rotations driving from the shoulder joint, not the wrist, driving from the shoulder joint. Pinky towards the back, come around the side, to the back, palm is up, lower down. Push back, rotate, thumb up, come around the side, to the top, palm up, come across, lower down. Same thing other side, palm up, elbow straight, come across, come up as far as pain-free, pinch-free, no neuro-tingling. Back off if those symptoms happen. Rotate pinky towards the back, come around the side, and to the back, palm is up, lower down. Palm is up, push back, rotate, thumb up, come around the side, up to the top, palm is up, come across, and lower down. Palm up, elbow straight, come across, up to the top, pause and do some axial rotations here. Continue on, pinky towards the back, come around the side, to the back, palm is up, lower down. Push back, stop and do some axial rotations here. Continue on, thumb up, come around the side, up to the top, palm is up, come across, lower down.